Hey guys, it's me, Dax Moy from Fitness Marketing Made Simple. Back with another short tribal Q&A. This one from Gillian Burns, and Gillian was asking, how is it that I came to charge the fees that I charge? Like, what's the grounding behind them? What's the rationale? Maybe you don't know. I'm in the UK. I'm the most expensive by the hour coach. I'm £250 per hour. I've got overseas programs at £17,000 per person per week. And you know, I run a lot of very high-end things that yeah, I mean, that I'm paid extremely generously, extremely handsomely for. And yeah, I guess that's a place where a lot of personal trainers are trying to get to, have their skill sets and their knowledge bases recognized. So how did I get there? What's behind me charging that? It's really simple. I started out when I was a gym instructor and allowed to start personal training. I started out as a £25 per hour personal trainer when all the other trainers were about 35, 40. Okay, so I immediately went in to undercut them, and that was my business strategy at the time. When I very first started out, I was going to be the cheapest. I was going to make myself attractive financially. And I did, and it worked very well. Within a very short space of time, I was up to 60 appointments per week. I was undercutting everybody else. It got my diary full, which was brilliant. Not so brilliant is that I did 60 hours per week for an entire year and burnt out badly and kind of almost wanted to leave the industry because of it. But I made a lot of money. And once I filled my diary to a kind of a reasonable level, once I was at about 20 appointments per hour, 20 appointments, not per hour, that's a lot, 20 appointments a week, I started to increase my fees. So I went up to 30, then 35, then 40. By the end of the year, I was a £50 per hour personal trainer. So think about what I did there. I went in, I got volume first, filled my diary, because it never makes sense to sit around with an empty diary. It's better to be full to begin with. So I filled my diary, got my diary nice and full, and started to climb my fees. When I became a studio owner, my fees went up to £70 per hour. I looked around the industry and saw that what I was offering, not just from the fact that I was a studio owner, but my kinetic chain stuff and everything else, was definitely worth it, and it was definitely, I believed, worth paying more for. And that's been a rule that I've kept all the way through my career. I only put my fees up when I believe I've actually become a better coach. Now I'm in the position where I can honestly, hand on heart, say that I can do things in minutes that often take other coaches weeks and months to accomplish, whether that be from the life coaching perspective, whether it come from the training perspective, whether it come from the rehab or pain perspective. I can get results in minutes that other people take months on. Now, obviously it's very good, right? It's great for kudos, but think about this. It was Alan Cosgrove that first hammered this home to me, and he said, the way the industry has been set up is that those who are better at their job, those who get their results faster, are actually often made to be the losers in this industry. Think about it. If I'm £50 per hour and I get results 4 times faster than you, then you may only stay with me 2 or 3 weeks, right? 2 times a week, 3 weeks. You might end up paying me at the end of 3 weeks. You may have paid me, £300 for that 3 weeks, right? And yet the next guy may be a quarter as good as me, right? It might take him 12 weeks, and he's earned £1,200. He's taken far longer than I've taken, but he's earned £1,200. So he's made more money from the client by being crap, okay? And that's not knocking any individual, but when Alan first said that, it rang all the alarm bells in my mind. Like, okay, I want to be really good, but if I'm so good that I get results really quickly, what happens if my clients leave me very quickly? So I decided that my strategy was that I was going to be more expensive. I was going to take that into account, and my fees were going to get more expensive based upon the fact that I can get you your result faster, easier, less stress, less hassle than pretty much anybody else around. Okay, and again, I'm not getting into a whole kind of I'm so much better than everybody else thing. That's not what I mean at all. But that's my genuine belief that the things that I'm good at, and I'm not brilliant at everything, right? But the things that I am good at, I get results much faster than most people. So it makes sense to me that I actually charge the correct price for that I get the recognition for that. Now, and I mean financial recognition. The other way I get recognition, though, is that I don't keep all of this stuff secret. Okay, I share a lot of stuff both with the industry, I share a lot of stuff with the public at large. I'm always writing, always producing content. So I've actually set myself into a preeminent position where most of the public that come along, to be honest, even if they pull a little bit of a face about my fees, they're kind of expecting me to be expensive. They turn up and they're expecting me to be expensive. They're not expecting cheap. And that is a fantastic place to be in. I never abuse that position though. I kind of, if there's been a year where I haven't done much on my education, maybe my education that year was just on marketing. To me, I don't believe that because I've become a better marketer, I'm entitled to more money from my clients. When I become a better coach, I'm entitled to more money from my clients. Better marketing helps me to extract more money from the various places. Okay, but that's my own personal mindset. And if you've decided a different way, I'm not judging you for that. I'm just explaining about how I work. But that's essentially how I've gone about it. That's how I've come up with my fees. I do charge a lot of money, but I'm an absolutely fantastic investment, because when you spend that money with me, you will get a great result. And not only that, I also guarantee every service I operate. So, you know, it's a bit of a no-brainer for most of the people that I'm trying to attract as a client. So there's your answer. I hope that makes sense to you. And if you've got any more questions, fire them away. Take care.